Testing, 1, 2, testing. Are we on? Hey guys, this is Bulletfreak to the 4 here, and welcome to episode 90 of Bulletfreak's Gaming Request Line. I am your host, the one, the only, the legendary Bulletfreak 224. As you guys already know, I got my YouTube request book all set up and ready to go. And like I said before, you guys got any comments, requests, super chat, or super stickers, please do in the live chat right over here. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Turn on all the post notifications for any new videos here. Make sure you become a member on Patreon or on my YouTube to get full access for any new videos that I'm trying to work on. But be warned though, if I see any spamming or inappropriate comments, I'm going to remove you from the chat and you will be blocked. So, that being said, let's get started. So I looked at Prince EA's creator boot camp. I never been there before. So yeah. I got my request book all set up and ready to go. So you got any requests? I can just add them to my request book and make sure that your request is locked in. Oh yeah, you guys! I'm trying to get Marvel versus Capcom Fighting Collection either on Switch or on PlayStation. But one of the guys told me that Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection for the Switch version comes with a DLC code. I'm like, are you serious right now? It's supposed to come with a game card, not a DLC code. I like to get physical media, so I think I might get that for PS4, but unfortunately I don't have my PS4 with me, which is disappointing to be exact. But I do have a gaming capturing device so I can record all my retro and modern gaming. That way I don't have to kill myself for using my camera and a tripod to record all my videos, because I've been doing that like for years now. But now that I got a capture device over there, I can just it is a huge step up for my channel. As you already know, my room is an absolute mess right now, but that's okay. I will try to clean it over the weekend or so. So every time I do videos on my camera, the battery seems to die out because I'm using some sucky Panasonic Panasonic batteries, which does not bode well with this camera here. But let me show you an example. Look, you see that? Look at that. I don't know if you guys could see that. It's a half a battery already. I'm like, oh boy. Let's see. I still gotta do Kyo, King, and Kasumi's playthrough on the King of Fighters 96 on the Neo Geo / arcade emulator. But be warned though, entities do not have any endings or so. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. I still gotta do once all my games comes in from Florida, I gotta do the the mirror match with Jenny on Blood Promo Fury. I hadn't done that for months now, but that's just my opinion and so forth. But oh yeah, you guys. If Chris Harris recommended a video towards me, I will add that to my playlist of top picks from Chris Harris. So yeah. And I still gotta find an AC adapter for my NES. Chris Harris says, "Hey, Chris Harris, how you doing?" Shared your stream on my community tab. Thanks for the share, Chris Harris. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, Chris Harris. I finally got a capture card. I bought mine at Target for like $60. Not that big of a deal. I'm using wait. I'm not using OBS Studio right now because I have to like uninstall it and reinstall it. Oh man, it's a huge hassle for me. But once I'm done with this streaming, I gotta reinstall OBS Studio because I have to do 3 videos a day today, which means I have to do like I said before. I'm still stuck doing Switch and main and arcade gameplays. Chris says, "Oh, okay. I'll show you. And it's very small too. I don't know if you guys could see that, but some guy recommended this gaming capturing device. I don't know. Sorry about that. I would and this capture device is perfect for capturing retro and modern gaming. But now I have a choice. Will I should I continue playing video games capturing for my camera or for my capture device? Let me know. Let me know in the stream right now. But I'm gonna use this for this week's episode of Bulletfreak's Bulletfreak's current call. So let me let me plug this back in. So okay, this goes into the switch. This right here can go into the switch, and this part right here can go into the it comes from the TV itself. I'm still trying to track down 3 Vision resonators for my Red Dragon Archery deck. I am building a budget build. So yeah, it's kind of shame. It's a shame that Hot Red Dragon Archery and King Calamity got banned. I'm like, oh man, I'm like, yo, how am I gonna do? I'm like, but how am I gonna complete the Red Dragon Archery budget build? Oh, and Chris Harris says, I do miss the camera for playthroughs though. That way we can get behind the scenes footage. Oh, you do? Oh, you do, Chris Harris. Okay. But Chris Harris, let me tell you something right now. I just got my capture device, so I'm gonna start capturing a lot of gameplay footage off of the OBS Studio. So if you're comfortable with that, that's totally fine. Anyways, you guys, okay, guys. For those of you that are new to my stream, welcome. If you guys got any comments, requests, super chat, or super stickers, please leave them in my chat right over here. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications on for any new videos here. And make sure you become a member on my Patreon or on my YouTube to get access to new videos every single day. Oh yeah, today is Wednesday. I was supposed to do Dreamcast Wednesdays, but unfortunately, I don't have my Dreamcast with me, which is disappointing to be exact. Like I said before, you guys, I am stuck doing Switch and arcade gameplays at the moment right now. But no worries though. But no worries though, you guys. Once I have all my games, I am gonna okay. So I once I have all my stuff from Florida come in, I will show you guys my brand new room tour because I'm using this this TV stand right here for my older TV because I have me and my mom have 3 TVs. One for a living room, one for her bedroom, one for my bedroom, and one for the living room. But I'm gonna have take this TV down and then swap it out and then swap it out with my older TV so I can have the ultimate gaming room. So it's kind of the older gaming room when people have two TVs doing two TVs when you have 2 TVs playing video games all day long. But as long as if you have the room for it, you're good. Okay, Chris Harris says, "Oh yes, I also told you in one of your videos on congratulating on you getting Switch on, and I also told you about the fact that you should turn off auto renewal in the Switch eShop so they won't charge." Unfortunately, Chris Harris, my cousin put me on the family membership plan. That's why I couldn't get any access to the N64, the Sega Genesis, and the Game Boy Advance, which is disappointing. But I promise you, once I have that sorted out, I will do a lot of N64 gameplays, some Sega Genesis gameplays, and some Game Boy Advance plays. But I like playing N64 on real hardware, you guys. I kid you not. If I want to play a Dreamcast game on a real emulator, it's gonna suffer multiple issues with the quality. But if I play it on real hardware, I won't get any issues at all. Okay, so we got Chris Harris in the stream. So welcome Chris Harris to the stream. Okay, and Chris Harris says, "Oh yeah, I also told you." Hold on. Let me turn on my Switch to see if the auto renewal is on. Something's wrong with my left Joy-Con. It keeps acting up every single time. So that's why I need to like save some money up so I can get another another Pro controller. So that way I don't have to rely on Joy-Cons anymore. Wait, I don't want to go to my news. There we go. Okay, Chris Harris says, get the Brawler 64 controller like a PlayStation controller, but with more buttons. I want how much it costs though. That's the thing. Yo, my Switch is a little has so much smudges and some fingerprints all over all over my screen. Oh yeah, you guys, I am going to do another playthrough on SNK versus Capcom, the match of the Millennium later on after this stream here, but the auto renewal seems to be off. So let's see. I got in order to play N64 games on your Switch, and same thing with Game Boy Advance and Sega Genesis. You have to have an expansion pack. But unfortunately, my cousin put me on the regular Switch Online. So I'm playing some Game Boy online. So it has all the the Mega Man games like Mega Man 1, Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, Mega Man 4, Mega Man 5. I think I'm doing a full playthrough on those games as well. If I got the time for it. Now that I can do full playthroughs now. But unfortunately, I cannot like record any videos of Tetris. But if I can turn off the music off, I should be good. Oh, my pen's right there. The Brawler 64 controller, huh? I gotta like look online, see how much it costs. All right, let me go to my Chrome. Okay, Chris Harris says on eBay they lower the price now. It's cheap. Okay, let me. All right, but first I gotta check to see how much it is online though before I get in before I get into that. Brawler 64 controller. Okay, it's going for like $50 on Amazon. Oh yeah, Chris Harris. I looked it up. I looked it up online, and it's $49.95. It's almost $50. Way below my budget. Okay, it says okay. Chris Harris says and also good playthrough of Art of Fighting, even though it's in the eShop for Switch, along with Art of Fighting 2 and 3. But I think it's the arcade archives version of the game. So I did the Neo Geo slash arcade emulator of that game. I do have Art of Fighting 2 and 3 on my arcade emulator right now. But I'm gonna try. But I'm gonna do that later on today after this stream. So I gotta like keep moving. I gotta keep moving around my room to get these videos done. But I promise you guys, I'm gonna start once I get all my games from Florida. I'm going back making 15 videos a day. So yeah. I'm gonna try to do one more playthrough of Art of Fighting 1, and then move on to Art of Fighting 2 and Art of Fighting 3. All right, let's look for some Art of Fighting 3. I wish SNK can create an Art of Fighting 4 to be precise. If they have the time to announce it at for probably like for next year or so. All right, let's see. Art of Fighting 3. All right, let me go into my studio real quick. See. Oh man, this one is not getting any views. So I had to think myself. Should I delete it or just let it go? All right, I mean, you know what? I'll do that probably later on today. So yeah. I know that Capcom Fighting Collection is coming out for Xbox One and Switch. I want to get the PlayStation 4 version or the Switch version, so I can do a comparison. I don't know what comparison unboxing is, but first I gotta track down Capcom Fighting Collection and Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. But it's out on digital, so I'm just gonna wait until the physical version come out. Let's see. Capcom Fighting Collection. Oh yeah, you guys! I forgot to tell you guys. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is out right now for PS5. In case you guys are wondering. Yeah. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection is coming out next month. But by the time I start working, I'm gonna get both Capcom Fighting Collection and Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection for the Switch. And not to mention, I gotta get a new Pro controller. So stay tuned for that. There's a lot of Pro controls for the Switch that I never even tried out yet, but I'm gonna try my best to get one probably on my next YouTube payday. Still going through your requests in case you guys are wondering. I'm just going to ignore it. Ignore it. What they do is none of my business. Okay. I finished all three playthroughs of Dragoon Might, but there will be more playthroughs on that game in the coming days and so. I got to do Naja's story mode in Mystic Heroes to be precise. I'm thinking about doing a long play because on my capture device I can do probably like a full a long play or whatever I have to do. Oh yeah, did I mention that Capcom Fighting Collection is Capcom Fighting Evolution is part of Capcom Fighting Evolution 2? what part of Capcom Fighting Collection 2? That's all the requests that I've done so far. I just got to do Kill King and Kasumi's playthrough on King of Fighters '96. But I'm gonna save that for on Friday. Look at this. Look at this, you guys. I still got some requests that needs to be filled right away. If you guys have any requests. I hope I can't believe Nintendo is announcing the Nintendo Switch 2. Hmm. I wonder what games I'm looking forward to see for the system. Don't give your husband blue balls. What? No, no. Okay, I got one like so far. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like, whoever it is. The sun is coming out now, so thank God for that. Hmm. One word. Yeet. Sit down. Another. Oh man, we're just gonna kill Javon Adams. Okay. Chris Harris is back. Chris Harris is back. NX Yeet. NX Veet. No way! Are you kidding me? Stephanie Valkyr is here on NXT? Oh man. Oh man. This week is gonna be crazy. Okay, Chris Harris says, good news. I got into an all Friday night after school program, but it don't start until December on Friday on the 6th after my 32th birthday on November 30th. But yeah. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. RKO. Evans is props. All right, at 4 p.m., I'm going to start taking in your super chats or your super stickers. Okay, Chris Harris says, and they also have a Switch version of the Brawler 64. I got to look into that first. Brawler 64 wireless Switch on. $45. If I can plug this into this laptop here. I'm just going to ignore it. Ignore it. Maybe I should stick to getting the original Pro Controller for Switch.
joystick on a controller like this, it feels a little weird at first. And the reason I say that is because there is a lot of travel with it. And if you consider the Nintendo 64 controller, that joystick has a lot of travel. And you can change it out for a GameCube controller, like that setup for that joystick. But the problem you run into is the travel is shorter, so we'll do some weird things in a Nintendo 64 game, as opposed to having the standard or the classic joystick, I guess, with a ton of travel. And that's why I assume this joystick feels very, very tall, is the best way I can describe it. But the joystick feels significantly better than Nintendo 64 joystick, as you'd expect, right? I mean, we're talking about the difference of more than 2 decades, right? 25 years or something when it comes to the technology around that. I've also noticed that the Z buttons are they're pretty aggressive coming out of the plastic here. They essentially jump completely outwards where they almost line up L and R. And I guess in a way that it's good for rest your fingers on them. But I think because these aren't analog triggers or anything, they don't have a ton of travel, they probably could have gotten away with it being maybe a bit more angled down. It feels very strange when you're first using it. Although I guess I could get used to it as a good spot to kind of rest my fingers. It's something you'll notice right away. There is also rumble. I can feel it right now.
I wonder if I can use this controller on
It's definitely the older style rumble. However, it's not
on NES, Super NES, and my Game Boy emulator.
It was designed at a time where rumble just being in a controller was a big deal. So trying to do HD rumble isn't really that necessary here. I do like the C buttons being right next to the A button. It almost comes off as a 6-button controller, doesn't it? Just sort of the setup for it. It's a lot easier to jump from A to C down or C right or anything on this side. Then from B, it's pretty easy to jump all the way up to C up. And the buttons are a bit bigger, and they have a bit more travel to them as well. So it does have, I'd say, just a nicer press overall, which would make playing games like Mortal Kombat or Tony Hawk much easier. So Nintendo should probably think about adding them soon. The D-pad is fine as well. I'm not blown away by it. It is kind of a mushier press. I do like that it's a larger D-pad that's very easy to get to. It doesn't have an obvious pivot point to it, but it also doesn't seem like it's easy to hit 2 different buttons at the same time necessarily. So you're not going to go around just accidentally hitting up when you're trying to hit right or anything like that. And it does roll pretty well. So all those fighters that Nintendo has on here should do great. Also, a quick check to see if it turns on the Switch. Press the home button and turns it right on. We'll go ahead and take a quick look inside the Retro Fighter.
Why does he always have to go into?
Screws on the back. Screws out. That comes off here, and we can immediately see our battery and 2 rumble motors, which it is good that they didn't try to just go with. Nintendo 64 controller tries to kind of do that at times, but the C buttons are staying very weird in place, and it's definitely not something that's easy to reach in the middle of the game. So I do like what they've done here with this Brawler 64 controller. They already had one before, but that was like a wired Brawler 64 controller that just happened to work with the Switch, and it wasn't set up like this one, where they certainly went all out trying to make it the Nintendo Switch Online N64 controller that also has functionality as a Switch Pro controller. The only issue there is you just have one analog stick with this. You don't have the dual analog setup, so for some games, probably not going to work well, if at all. But I guess it being able to function as a Switch Pro controller means it could work with the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, or Sega Genesis games, which with the D-pad and the button layout, I mean, part of it almost looks like a 6-button controller for the Genesis, probably wouldn't be too bad to use for it. I do like the controller. I think it's priced pretty well at $45. And from what I saw internally on the controller, it is at least built with some quality in mind. And it's also in stock. So in terms of that versus the Nintendo 64 controller that Nintendo posts on their website, that's a pretty big advantage. At least if you're looking to even have multiple controllers on hand, this might even be a good one to have for 3rd or 4th player. But let me know what you guys think about the Brawler 64 Bluetooth controller for NSO. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time.
There you have it, folks. That's the Brawler 64 controller for Switch. But truth be told, to you guys, I want to get the Brawler 64 for the N64 control for the N64 only though. But let me see.
Typically, my gaming dollars are allocated to keeping current with modern gaming's hardware and games. So when I bought these newly made controllers for the Nintendo 64, that was a really uncommon occurrence. This is the Tribute 64 made by Retrobit, and here's the.
All right. Okay. So Chris Harris says actually they're both versions, one for N64 only and one for Switch. Okay, I might try and buy both of those controllers to see if I can do a comparison version a comparison video of it. But that's gonna be on for future videos in the near future.
The Brawler 64 from Retro Fighters. I'm going to compare and contrast them to see what I like or dislike and try to determine a favorite. So let's get started. Even though its odd design choices have become a meme these days, I for one have never had an issue with the stock N64 controller. It fits my large hands well, it's comfortable, and it works. Really, the only thing I think needs improvement is the analog stick, as I actually wore my original launch controller out. It got to the point that it always gave a slight up input even when the stick was centered. It seems that Nintendo's problem with analog drift predates the Switch. There are reproduction controllers that mimic this design, but I've heard some of the cheap ones have a lot of quality issues. And besides, I wanted to try an updated design. I picked these up from our friends at Stone Age Gaming, but I did purchase them with my own money. These were not provided for review. I'll do a quick unboxing for each and give a few first impressions and give them a go in a few different games. Don't expect a review with a lot of technical statistics. This will be more about playability and personal preferences. If you find you'd like to purchase one, I'll have links to each below. Let me show you what the new controllers are replacing. This is an EA Sports Pad gamepad, easily one of the worst third-party controllers in my entire collection. It's bulky and awkward. The control stick pops off, and worst of all, I have two of them. They have a rubberized finish that was very in vogue in the late 90s and early 2000s. In their day, this actually gave them a pleasingly premium hand feel, but after more than 20 years, the coating is degrading, and now they feel tacky, clammy, and gross. These controllers saw a lot of Mario Party and Mario Tennis action, but it's time to retire them for good. So let me unbox my new goodies and give a few first impressions. My suspicion is that I'm going to prefer the Brawler Pad more, so to be fair, I'll start with the Tribute 64. The Tribute 64 takes its design cues from the Hori Mini Pad, a very popular and sought-after Japanese exclusive controller. I won't be able to directly compare them as I don't have the Hori Pad. It's highly compact and it ditches the 3-grip design for a more typical 2-grip. My suspicions are that the button placement is going to feel cramped, especially considering my larger hands, and the placement of the cross pad in the center, very, very near the B and A buttons. Both controllers have a 10-foot cable. This is a good couple of feet longer than the stock cable, so that's an added benefit. With the left thumb having access to both the cross pad and analog stick at the same time, they've had to make the L and D buttons simultaneously accessible to the left index finger. And for the sake of symmetry, they've done the same with the R and a second copy of the Z on the other shoulder. Both controllers share this compromise. Well, first impressions are pretty favorable. The controller feels pretty substantial, sturdy, with the housing plastic being pretty similar to the stock controller. It doesn't seem to feel that bad in my hands either. Interesting. We'll try some gameplay soon, but first let's unbox the Brawler 64. The Brawler 64 is modeled much more after standard contemporary controllers, but with only one analog stick, obviously. This has a much wider grip than the Tribute, and I suspect it'll be more comfortable for me for that reason. Both of these controllers are suitable for games that would use either the analog or digital holding style. I'm not sure how you do the mythical dual control style with these controllers, so for any games that use that control method, these replacements aren't the best choice. The Brawler has an assignable turbo function, a nice extra, even though I doubt it'll find much use.
I would get this one.
I'll have to remember that. First impressions are a little mixed, actually. It's comfortable, no doubt, but it feels pretty light, like a hollow shell. I'm sure it is mostly hollow, but it's so light it makes it feel, for lack of a better term, a little cheap. Definitely not bad. It just doesn't feel quite as solid as the Tribute 64. Now I'm going to move on to gameplay, but first let's check the fit of these Nintendo 64 accessories. Now the Brawler 64 comes with a small pamphlet that specifically mentions that it isn't compatible with the transfer pack, so we'll keep that in mind. The Tribute 64 doesn't have a book, but the box only mentions the controller pack and rumble pack, and both of these accessories seem to fit in the expansion slot just right. I'll be sure to test their functionality in game. The transfer pack, on the other hand, does not slide in quite as well. It's a little tight, but it doesn't feel like I'm going to damage anything, so I'll be testing that as well. Similar story on the Brawler. Both accessories fit and release just fine, and the transfer pack does not want to slide in. It only makes it partway in jams. Since they already warned it isn't compatible, I'm literally and figuratively not going to press it. But the play's the thing, so let's see how these controllers tackle actual games. I decided to start with the stock controller just to get a feel for how the new one should control. And of course, the first game to test is a game the controller was designed in tandem with Super Mario 64. Since I just played Mario 64 to completion recently on Super Mario 3D All-Stars on the Switch, I'm pretty used to how it feels to control at this point. And I'd like to say I think it controls just a little better with the original gated analog stick compared to the Switch Pro controller. So I buzzed around in the world for a little while just to get a feel for the standard I'll be comparing the new pads to. Keep in mind that I'm in no way a pro-level player. So let's start with the tribute pad. And Mario 64 gave me no troubles at all. I was able to do just as well as with the stock controller. At the Bowser fight, I was able to give the analog stick a bit of a workout and it performed admirably. Next up will be a test with the control pad, and I'm choosing Killer Instinct Gold. This will let me test the accuracy of the pad and whether or not my thumbs will collide in the heat of battle on this small controller. And even though I got a couple of unintended up presses, I think the control pad is performing pretty well. And surprisingly, my hands aren't feeling cramped or confined at all. What a pleasant relief. And I need to test the accessories, so let's put in the rumble pack with Star Fox 64. And sure enough, it works just fine. That's good. But there was an unexpected consequence of the new shoulder button configuration. To tilt your R wing to the left, you'll hit the left trigger button, which is the Z button. Simple and intuitive. But to tilt to the right, you'll be inclined to use the right trigger button. But the right trigger is also a Z button, and your R wing will tilt to the left. You'll need to remember to use the right bumper button, which is R. This can definitely throw you off in play. This isn't a fault of the controller, it's just the cost of abandoning the three-handle design. You'll have to remember this in other games that use separate L, Z, and R controls, like F-Zero X and Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. What about the transfer pack? Here's my original Pokemon Blue with Pokemon Stadium. If it works, I should be given the option to play the game on the N64. And it seems it doesn't see it at all. After a couple of attempts, I tried with the original controller. I get an error message, probably because the State's battery is dead, but at least it shows that Stadium can see it, so it seems the Tribute isn't compatible with the transfer pack. Lastly, let's just make sure we can read save files from the controller pack. For this, I'll use Diddy Kong Racing, and as advertised, it can connect to the controller pack just fine. Before I explain my full thoughts on the Tribute pad, let me go ahead and complete all of these same tests with the Brawler. When I went to switch controllers, I did find the Tribute is a bit tight in the controller port. It took more effort to remove it than I'm used to. I was really excited to give the Brawler a try, but it gave me basically exactly as competent as the Tribute pad. I was able to control Mario perfectly fine. The Z buttons on the Brawler are spring-loaded triggers, which, while comfortable, are an odd choice. These buttons offer no analog control, so having them as triggers instead of buttons doesn't serve any additional purpose. But upon testing, they activate very early in the throw, so the fact that they're triggers also doesn't interfere with their function, so that's good. Upon testing the control pad, I found it to be just as responsive as before. I didn't really notice any false inputs. The rumble pack functions as advertised. The Brawler 64 has the same shoulder layout as previously described, so in Star Fox 64, for instance, you'll need to remember to use the trigger on the left, but the bumper on the right to control your flight maneuvers properly. And finally, the controller has no issues in reading the contents of the controller pack. I know I went through the Brawler 64 segment pretty quickly, but now I'll give my full impressions of both controllers. After spending some time with each,
Hold on 1 minute, guys. Could be a scam call. Hello? Hello? Block.
The B and A buttons on the Tribute sit a good bit above the controller face and have a good amount of spring to them, while the Brawler buttons sit lower. They have nearly, but not quite the same amount of spring to them. This leads to rapid button presses feeling less tactile and responsive on the Brawler, even though there isn't actually a difference at this point in the controller's life. The control pad on the Tribute is very comfortable. It's smaller, seemingly styled after.
Could be a scam.
I like the feel of it slightly more than the Brawler, but it gave me more false reads. I had trouble in games like Dr. Mario 64. Down drops might unexpectedly shift to the side. I didn't have this issue with the Brawler, but after some practice, I was able to better control the Tribute as well. The analog stick on the Tribute also seems inspired by the GameCube. The rubberized rings give a good texture for your thumb to press against. It's very enjoyable and comfortable. The Brawler, on the other hand, lacks this extra feature. If I wasn't directly comparing them, I wouldn't have thought the Brawler was lacking. Its analog stick is perfectly adequate, but I have to admit the Tribute has an advantage for comfort. I'm supposed to pick a winner, but I'll fully admit that when it's time to play, I'm generally more likely to grab the stock controller than either of these. But if I had to choose one, I'm surprised to say I think the Tribute has a slight advantage. With its sturdier feel, rigid analog pad, and more raised buttons, I just like holding it slightly more than the Brawler. And bonus, it's actually a couple of dollars cheaper. The only place it comes up short is possibly in its control pad, and I still suspect that for some hands it may be too small. The mark of a good controller is that when you're playing a game, it just sort of melts away and you barely even notice that you're using it. This is certainly true of both of these pads, other than the shoulder button confusion and having to adapt to the Tribute's control pad on the few games that favor digital input. So based on my time with these, regardless of which one you choose, you just can't go wrong. I was also surprised at how inexpensive these were. I've gotten so used to the prices of modern controllers, it's a little tough to remember a time when they were this economical. Thanks for staying to the end. I'd love to know your opinions and preferences. If you're new to the channel, I'm just an average game collector trying to share his passions. Check out my other videos and sub if you like what you see. Be safe and take care.
New record. All right, let's see. M64 controller review rumble. Let's see.
One of the things I actually like about Switch Online is that Nintendo has provided wireless replicas of their old controllers that can connect to PC as easily as Switch. A controller is an often overlooked part of emulation. Most people just use their current gen favorite, and that works well most of the time. But for some platforms, it's not possible to have the original experience without the original hardware. I would say the N64 is one of those cases. It had one of the most revolutionary controllers ever made, bringing us into 3D with the analog stick and camera control, while also standardizing rumble. Unfortunately, it did all of it in some really awkward way that's hard to adapt and scheme to modern pads. Putting the Z buttons on the right stick seems obvious, but repeatedly flicking to move a camera just doesn't feel right. A lot of games also use the Z buttons for actions, and using a stick to fire arrows or swing a sword is terrible. I came up with a layout that I think works really well for Zelda, but that goes out the window when playing the ocarina. Even though I try to keep the arrows in logical places, the buttons not being clustered in a diamond makes it really unintuitive. Nintendo's default layout may be garbage, but the truth is that it's hard to translate N64 controls in a way that will work across every game. This makes the 64 controller far more important than the previous reissues, but there were a lot of questions about whether Nintendo would improve the design or not. Knowing what we do now, there are plenty of clear ways to make the N64 pad better, and several companies have gone all in on that idea. I'll be comparing the Switch controller to these alternatives, so you can make an informed decision about the thing that you won't be able to buy for another year. As with the previous reissues, the new controller matches up to the original very closely. I did a full cleanup of my best original to get it as close to new quality as possible, and the Switch version is still better, with a smoother stick and snappier buttons. The new D-pad is especially crisp, while I remember the original always being mushy. Nintendo may be using the same parts as the SNES reissue, because it feels similar to that pad. There are new controls at the top for navigating the Switch menus, and the home and ZR buttons are surprisingly accessible, but you simply are not going to be hitting that screenshot button while your hand is on the middle group. The Rumble motor is housed as close to the original port as it can be, and it is massive. I had forgotten how powerful the Rumble pack was until breaking it out to do this comparison, and the new model matches its character pretty well. Starbox in particular has arm-numbing vibration. Going back made me realize how much I missed that type of intensity. The new controller is just as powerful. There's no effect being applied to this video. The controller was shaking the entire copy stand and wobbling the camera. I was worried that Nintendo wouldn't bother with Rumble, which would have made the controller an immediate non-starter. You can't sell an authentic retro controller without including one of the features it pioneered. I'm pleasantly surprised by how far Nintendo went to not only include it, but to recreate the same feel. The analog stick was the other main area of concern. Until the Joy-Cons came along, the N64 had the worst stick I'd ever used on a first-party controller. You can hear how bad it is. And the worst part is that I'm not even pushing the stick. This is all dead zone. Taking an old stick apart will reveal a large amount of plastic dust in the bowl. The components attack each other and grind away until they can no longer suspend the stick in place. This leads to a loose stick with a major loss of range. Out of the ideal 85, my worst controller has dropped down into the 50s. The dust you're seeing here is actually from my best stick, and I was stunned that even it had lost this much. One of the common solutions is to apply silicone grease to the components to prevent grinding, but this only helps if the stick is still new. Once that plastic is gone, it's gone. Upgraded parts have been manufactured, but the prices and availability vary wildly, and the cheapest and the easiest to get are prone to the same basic wear over time. Considering all of this hassle, it's kind of a shock that Nintendo repeated that same design again. The only clear upgrade is that they lubricated the bowl this time. I'm conflicted because on one hand it is surprisingly faithful to the original. I wouldn't have blamed them for just dropping a modern ounce stick in and being done with it, but it's faithful to the very worst thing about the original stick, and it isn't faithful to what was best about it, the optical sensor. The original mechanism was similar to an old ball mouse. These wheels fit into a slot in the sensor and the infrared light is shown through the notches. As the wheel spins, the notches are counted, and that determines the output. The advantage of this sensor is that it doesn't change or degrade much over time. The Switch version just uses potentiometers, which do. So in addition to grinding down, it can now also take on the drifting that every modern controller seems to be struggling with. The wear is a hypothetical problem that can't be confirmed.
Okay, guys, for those that are new to my stream, welcome. You guys got any comments, requests, super chat, or super stickers, please do the live chat right over here. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on your post notifications on for any new videos here.
Nintendo added support for 3D All-Stars recently, and it's equally good there. The only problem with these games is that the stick is too sensitive and leaves some wasted range at the end. Based on how the original responds, Mario shouldn't break into his full speed until the very end of the tilt. The best way to do a more objective test is to use a homebrew run, which can work on the original hardware or an emulator. This lets you see the values games are receiving. I started with my best old controller using RapNet's USB adapter, which has a direct access plugin that lets the game talk to the controller just as it would on real hardware. The results were pretty close to what the test displays as an ideal response, losing just a few digits. The Switch controller through Lupin64's plugin yielded the exact same shape, but a max output of over...
All right, guys, at 4:30, I'm going to start taking in your super chats and your super stickers.
Basically unusable, but that doesn't mean that there's a problem. The N64 stick had a lot of quirks, and emulators had various ways of forcing modern sticks to behave the same way. Though the sensors were capable of delivering a range of 0 to 128 in any direction, the tilt was physically limited to just 85 by the octagonal gate around the stick. As a result, 85 is the maximum value an N64 game expects to see. The game also led to an octagonal ring shape, meaning that if you rotate the stick at its full tilt, it will draw an octagon. Most modern sticks have a circular range instead, and in some cases a square, which can lead to a much different response. Because of that, input plugins tend to default to 66% range. This reduces your max output from 128 to 85, so that a full tilt on your stick matches the output of the original. Otherwise, you'll reach full speed too early and have an oversensitive response. Most emulators also offer a real N64 range option that tries to adapt modern shapes to resemble the old octagon better. You can see this in Ares, where the circle the Switch Pro draws is squished into more of an octagon. So I think what's happening is that the Nintendo stick was designed to output the same shape in an 85-ish range as the original. Lupin only expects modern sticks and forces the range to 66% by default, and my results happen to be about 66% of 85. Project 64's plugins allow you to set the range manually, and at 100% it works. It feels about the same way it does in the Switch Online app. But the test ROM doesn't boot in Project 64, so I can't confirm what the plugin is doing. If you want to use the controller with N-Range, you should keep the range near 100 and not use the real N64 option, as the shape is already accurate and the setting would only distort it. For movement into Aries, you have to use a better joy for C move fork that extends the output to 128 so that the emulators will scale it back down to the correct 85 again. Those emulators really need to be updated with manual range controls. Getting Rumble to work didn't seem possible on Project 64. I was only able to get it with using better joy for C.
Okay, Chris. Okay, Chris just send me a link to some GameCube. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna add that to the playlist. Hold on, guys. Let me be right back. All right, I'm back. That is lit. I'm gonna buy this. Hmm. Well, we're gonna pause this for a second. Check the live chat. I think right there is a short, and honestly, to connect the GameCube controller to your Xbox, that's kind of neat. But anyways, you guys, let's get back to this video that Chris Hurst just showed me. let me stop right there because let me pause it right there because I made a huge mistake getting rid of my Wii U and all of its good games. That was so stupid of me. But I promise you guys, once I start work again, I'm gonna get the Wii U back into my collection, and this time I'm not letting it go for anybody. So, anyways, let's get back into this video here. Wow. Oh, Omega. Never heard of that before. Wow. I'm definitely buying that controller online. And so, okay, Chris Harris says, I never owned a Wii U, but I still have a Wii though. That's cool. But my problem is, Chris Harris, I regret trading and Chris Harris says the wireless version of the Retro Fighters controllers are better completely. That I can do that. But what I'm trying to say is I regret, I repeat, I regret trading away my white Wii U. It is a basic Wii U, and the deluxe version is 32 gigs. But I regret trading away my Wii U. Hopefully, I can get it. Hopefully, I can get it back into my into my collection and so forth, so I can start capturing some Wii U gameplays and in the near future as well. Um, yeah. Okay. The time now is 4:38. I'm going to start taking in your super chats and your super stickers. A super chat or a super sticker could be at least $2 or more. Just to show your support for my channel. So yeah. Okay, Chris Harris says, or Wii U mods, and I mean homebrew. That I can work with. So yeah. Yeah. To be honest with you guys, I have multiple emulators on my Wii, like NES, um, Super NES, Sega Genesis, Game Boy Advance emulators. What else? Yeah, that's it. Okay. We got about like 20 minutes left, you guys. 20 minutes. I beg to differ. De- Hi, Deborah Jones says hi. Hi, Deborah Jones. How you doing? And Chris Harris says, and you have the updated NES with MSU one raw hacks as well as Alpha two mainly. I only have one. I only have one of those ROMs in my Super NES emulator. So hopefully I'll try to track down some more online and then download them onto my Okay, Devin John says, I wonder what will happen if you run Super Lucky Tales on Windows 95 or any other computer. I never played that game before yet, but like I said before, you guys, I'm gonna start collecting. I'm gonna start taking in your super chats or your super stickers. So super chat or super sticker can be at least $2 or more. So if you donate a super chat or a super sticker to me, it goes to show you that you are supporting my channel. Because I've been doing YouTube videos for 16 long years. 16 long years. And my dream in life is to be successful on YouTube and become the next YouTube megastar. And not to mention, I'm going to start looking for a job so I can balance a real job and my YouTube so I can start double my revenue up. So yeah. And if I want to push these even further, I can get myself involved into like esports, so that way I can have a real job doing YouTube videos and doing esports at the same time. So that's 3 times the money I can make instead of doing a regular job. Oh, great. Great. They don't have the game. That sucks. Maybe I can try. I can. Oh. Okay, Chris Hart says the way that this era with retro gaming is now starting to resurrect itself with third-party controllers to unlimited memory cards is going great. It's starting to fix itself on what we had back then, because back then was pretty much the dark age. But yeah. To be honest with you guys, retro gaming never dies. I'm just letting you know that right now. Okay, guys, we got like, wait a minute. Okay, Chris Harris says, because Dreamcast starting to resurrect and GameCube is starting to resurrect with homebrew ports. To be honest with you, I never download any homebrew stuff for my GameCube, but I do download them off of my Wii for my Wii, because this computer right here don't have an SD card slot. That's the disappointing part. Okay, guys, we got about 8 minutes left, so I'm gonna start taking your super chats or super stickers right now. Because if you donate a super chat and super sticker, that means you're supporting my channel. So yeah. Let me check my Patreon. See what's going on here. Nope. You know what, guys? I made a big mistake opening up a Patreon. I made a huge mistake opening up a Patreon. I'm thinking about closing it down and stick to YouTube. Okay, Chris Harris says, on top of that, online and Dreamcast, OG Xbox, PS2, and GameCube are active again, and the internet browser in Dreamcast still exists. So that's why so many people are playing Deception and Armageddon online. I never really knew that. If I have if I have a PS2 with me right now, I will like do a lot of playthroughs on these games here. But unfortunately, the PS2 that I have is suffering some video quality problems. So I'm gonna have to like scrape together some and Fantasy Star Online. Yeah, like I said before, I gotta like scrape up all the money that I can muster up so I can buy another PS2. At this time, but first before I get another PS2, I have to make sure that there's no game in my older PS2 so I can move into the new one. So yeah. My gaming station is a huge mess, you guys. I'm gonna have to like throw out some of this junk on my gaming station. Okay, guys, we got about like 4 minutes left, and afterwards, I gotta like do another playthrough of SNK versus Capcom Match of the Millennium on the Neo Geo Pocket on Switch. So yeah. Oh wait, there's another video that Chris just recommended to me. So let's check that out before we go. Okay, play Wii games online on 2020 in 2024. All right, so that's another video that Chris Harris just recommended to me. So let me save that. Like I said before, any pick that any video that I got from Chris Harris, I'm gonna add it to the playlist of top picks from Chris Harris. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so Chris Harris says, and they said online in Wii U is dead, but obviously a second server to play online. What's the second server? I'm not so sure. Okay, guys, we got like 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. So make sure you get those super chats or super sticker donations in the best of your ability. It could be like it could be like it could be $2 or more. Okay, we Mifi. Yeah, that I can definitely work with. Ooh. Mm. Mm. Oh, all right, you guys. Oh wait, hold on. Close this. Okay, cool. All right, you guys, that is going to do it for the episode of Bulletfreak's Gaming Request Line. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like my videos, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys haven't. Make sure you turn on all your post notifications on for any new videos here. And make sure you join my YouTube membership as well for early access to new and unreleased videos. And don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Patreon, and add me on Nintendo Online, Xbox Live, and PSN. Okay, guys. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.